Greetings, everyone. A very warm welcome to another edition of Exhausted to Extraordinary, a mindset hack series with me, Dr. Sharon Grossman. And today I'm joined by David Schwerin. A very warm welcome from Miami Beach. And David, where are you hanging out?
I'm in Bethesda, Maryland, just outside of Washington.
Wonderful. So we're both on the East Coast at this point. Now, for those of you who don't know David, he is the author of multiple books, including Conscious Capitalism, Conscious Globalism, and one he co-authored named Know Your Soul, Bring Joy to Your Life with Diana Munez Chen. He has over 35 years of business experience. His articles have been published worldwide, and he has often been quoted in the press. Now, David, you are really intriguing. I think a lot of the things that you talk about are probably quite different from anybody we've had on the show so far. So I encourage everybody to just listen up, because in just 7 minutes, David's going to share with you how to know yourself and feel good about life. David, our 7 minutes start now. And question number one is, what are the biggest challenges your ideal client faces?
Well, I would not limit it to, I would say everybody faces these challenges. And that is, we all have fears and insecurities. And that causes us to make poor decisions. And it really comes back to not knowing ourselves, lack of self-knowledge. When we know who we are and what we're here to do, we're much less likely to make the same mistakes. And so it's knowing yourself, which means, among other things, why you do what you do, why you think what you think, makes a big difference. It helps you to understand yourself and self-correct. If you're doing something that you really don't want to do or don't like, you can make some changes. So that's the toughest challenge everybody faces, certainly clients. And it's something that can be overcome with better understanding of who we are and what we're here for.
Okay, so self-awareness is basically what you're talking about. And now question number two is, what are the typical symptoms that your ideal client faces with that problem, if maybe they lack self-awareness?
Well, the biggest problem right now, again, not just with clients, but with everybody, is that we're out of balance.
Yeah.
We've made poor choices in some instances, and things have gotten all out of whack. And that goes from socially, we have a tremendous imbalance in wealth, in the environment. We know all about climate change and how we've ignored and gotten out of balance there. Financially, we have this thought that we have to have what we have to have, and we need it now. So we've gone into a tremendous amount of debt, again, personally, business-wise, and societal-wise. So these things are all out of balance and need to be brought back to balance, and self-knowledge is a key to that.
Okay. So question number three is, what are the common mistakes people make when they're trying to solve that lack of balance?
We rely too much on technology to solve our problems. That's not to say technology is not important or can't be helpful, but we put an over-reliance on that. And we're spiritual beings having a physical experience, not the other way around.
Right.
So it's the inner things, our beliefs, that cause us to get out of balance. And technology is not going to change that or help that. So it's not over-relying on technology, because it's run ahead of our spiritual understandings of who we are. And it's that misunderstanding that's causing the out of balance problem.
So 3 minutes, 31 seconds. And question number four is, what would be an example of a transformation that is possible after this challenge is properly diagnosed?
Well, we all want peace and harmony in the world, in our life as well as in the world. And you can have that transformation, which is really what it is, from what we're experiencing now to what we really want, without, again, self-knowledge, understanding who we are, and stopping our selfish and short-sighted reliance and decision-making. When we do that, if the more people who are on a path of self-knowledge and understanding their innermost thoughts and beliefs and feelings and motivations, once they do that and they can make some changes, then we can make that transformative move to a more peaceful and harmonious world and life.
Beautiful. So we are at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And question number 5 is, what is the number one mindset hack you could give people to solve that problem?
Well, and this sounds strange perhaps, but ignore the drama that's going on all around us. Hard to do, but we want to focus on important things, not the crazy things. And that doesn't mean to ditch your day job. You still have to make a living and meet your needs. But outside of that, you can focus much more on how can you contribute to life? What can you do to contribute to life? How can you grow spiritually and find your real roots? And how can you accomplish the task that you came in to accomplish? And so if you focus on those things, we can really change the mindset and make progress.
1 minute, 15 seconds. Question number 6 is, what is one valuable free resource you can direct people to that will further help them with that problem?
Well, on my website, consciousthinking.com, there is a rather short questionnaire that I call Consciousness Challenge. And someone goes through those questions and answers them, they'll have a much better understanding of where they're going astray and what their number one focus should be. So many people have told me it's been very insightful, very helpful.
Awesome.
So I would recommend that.
Fantastic. Now, lastly, but not least, question number 7. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't that would give great value to our audience? And you have got 20 seconds.
Well, I would say am I optimistic or pessimistic about the future?
Okay.
And the answer is I'm optimistic. Not necessarily in the short term, but in the long term. Because people are making changes. Businesses are seeing that society is more important than their bottom line. Slowly, they're not making it dramatically, but there are changes individually, business-wise, institutionally, and we're getting tremendous help from everywhere. So I'm optimistic about the future.
I love it. So David, thank you so much for being here. And you heard it here first. You really need to have that self-awareness in order to be balanced and not to rely too heavily on technology. And this is not only going to help transform your life, but really that of the planet. So this is important, monumental work that you're doing. I encourage everybody to take the challenge on David's website. All the information will be on the show notes. Again, David, thanks again for being here on the show.
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
Thanks for checking out the Exhausted to Extraordinary podcast. If you like what we do here, head on over to iTunes to subscribe, like us, and leave us a review. It is very much appreciated. And if you're feeling burned out and want to challenge yourself, take the 7-day Burnout to Your Best Life Bootcamp. Go to 7dayburnoutchallenge.com to join for free.